Hey everybody, and welcome to day 7 of Kaijufest for the 31 and 31. I am reviewing Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, or also known in some places as Ghidra. It's really weird that it's like you get both of them, over the period of, whether or not you're from the West or not. I think here it was first Ghidra, and then it became Ghidorah, which, they obviously say in the goddamn movie the whole time, but... So, what is the basic plot of this movie? Well, it actually centers around the assassination of a princess. That's at least how it starts off. Princess is coming to Japan. The people that, where the princess is from don't want her in power because she's the next in line to succeed, and so they try to kill her. She gets off a plane and somehow survives and then believes that she's a Venetian. Now, again, everything is kind of found out by goddamn reporters. Again, 7th movie in this goddamn thing, and it's always a reporter that does this shit right at the first time. I don't know why, but that's kind of it. So she warns everybody that there are 3 heavy hitters, and of course Mothra is involved in this as well, but they're on their way. She warns everybody that Rodan is going to be resurrected. She warns everybody that Godzilla is going to be attacking a boat in the water, which actually saves the 2 girls from... Mothra's girls, the ones that sing the Masura, that song. And then she also warns everybody about King Ghidorah and that he's going to destroy everybody because he destroyed Venus way back when. And even though some of them survived and came to the Earth, they've all kind of lost their power. So the human element of everything is actually relatively, compared to some Godzilla movies, it actually works pretty well. So, because it kind of moves the story along and gets you to what you really want to see, which is the big kaiju throwdown. Now, there are a couple of really funny scenes that happen in this film within the kaiju fights. The first being the first time that Godzilla and Rodan meet, where Rodan just basically says hi by slapping Godzilla right in the face. It is hysterical. I love it. The second portion is during the sequence when, Mothra has to convince Godzilla and Rodan that they need to join forces with her and fight King Ghidorah. And to stop them from fighting, she sprays her web all over Godzilla first, and Rodan laughs his ass off. But then, of course, she sprays him, Rodan, with the same web, and then Godzilla gets his revenge and is laughed back. So when she tries to convince them both to join in the fight, they both say no, with Godzilla saying, no, I'm not going to help the humans because the humans bully me. What the fuck, Godzilla? You're the one destroying all of our shit and fucking leveling Japan every time you fucking get, and we're bullying you? Get the fuck out of here with that. So she decides that, you know what, if you guys aren't going to help, I'm going to go and fight Godzilla. Or Ghidorah. I don't know why I said Godzilla. Probably because I'm thinking about Godzilla versus Mothra, but that's not this film. So she goes and fights Ghidorah, and of course, it starts getting her ass kicked. Then you got Godzilla and Rodan finally believing in everything and realizing that, hey, you know what, if he's going to destroy the planet, we're not going to have any planet to basically fight each other on. So they go and join the fight. And that's where the meat of the movie is the most fun, is during the kaiju fights. I don't mind the human aspect of it in this one, but it's really fun to watch them. Especially hilarious when you see Ghidorah zap Godzilla in the balls with his lightning, and then once he turns around, zaps him like right in the asshole. It's pretty damn ridiculous, and it's pretty damn entertaining. So overall, I find this movie highly enjoyable. The kaiju fights are some of the best that you get out of the series. Yes, are they a little cheesy? Of course. It's guys in suits, like, rubbing against each other. But you see a lot of Godzilla throwing, rocks at Ghidorah. You have them both, like, kind of beating up on him. Mothra comes in with the silk spray and does exactly what, she did to Godzilla, to Ghidorah. And it's just very entertaining, and it's worth the watch. So out of this, of course, like I said at the beginning, I'm a little biased, and it's still my second favorite of all of the kaiju movies. I give this 5 out of 5 Ghidorah zaps to the balls. So if you wanted to take one Godzilla movie, I would say that best represents, the whole thing in kaijus, it might actually be this film, just because it does everything right. I think it does everything right with the way these films are. It's not too slow on the human aspect. It's perfect with the kaiju fighting and everything. Of course, there are much bigger films, and they perfectly led up to this moment too, because they reference everything back. And, you know, from you don't need to watch them, but Rodan definitely helps. Mothra definitely helps. But a lot of what goes on, this is directly the sequel to Mothra versus Godzilla, because they explain everything that Mothra has done and how Mothra has defeated Godzilla. And they even ask at one point, these little kids ask, oh, how are both of the Mothras? And then you find out, oh, well, one of the Mothras died, and that's why there's only one, because there were two in the last film. So go out there, watch it. Hope you guys are enjoying these as much as I'm enjoying making them and watching these movies again. And we will see you next time on Kaijufest for the 31 in 31.